Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, everyone. Tom, aka Nostradamus. I am the bombist. Love me some Bitcoin. This is a really cool sticker you get when you order a Trezor. I love me some Bitcoin. I love me some Ethereum. Time to sell my Cardano. Oh no! Call your boss. Something's wrong with Tom. He's ready to sell his Cardano. We will be discussing that. I'm pulling a crypto visor, selling all my Cardano. No, I'm not selling my Cardano, but we're going to discuss my plans to sell Cardano if the time is right. And can Cardano fail? How it will fail? Time is ticking for Cardano. I do want to get into that. That will be the first topic after, we take a look at the stock market and we'll take a quick look at crypto prices. We'll get into that. I want to talk about Radiant. Radiant is exploding. Stock market bell in about 15 seconds. Currently, the futures, NASDAQ futures down 15, E-mini S&P down up 11, 12, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. A lottie, a dottie. I don't even have my button ready. A ding 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 ding. All right, let's pop on over to. I'm a little giddy this morning. I've been getting a lot better sleep lately. I only got 6 hours last night, but I'm getting like jet fuel greens again on my sleep. It's lovely. I woke up, I don't know, like 4 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, shit, man. That's kind of like that oh shit zone for me sometimes. It's hard for me to get back to sleep. I probably could have gotten back to sleep, but then who the hell knows if I would have woken up in time for the stream. It's all right. We'll find. Got some work done early this morning, so probably find a little time, take a little nappy nap later today. All right. We got E-mini S&P still down about 12. I think Papa Powell is going to speak today. NASDAQ down about 5. Just trying to go green, trying to ignite, trying to get a little ignition. Trying to get a little, and we're green. NASDAQ's now green. Tesla, don't call that shit a comeback. It wasn't too long ago I was uttering words like, Tesla's getting too juicy here. My plans to buy crypto might need to be sidelines. I need to go all my bag, my sideline, my go bag. What do they call that? Your bug out bag. I was getting ready to just load the boat in Tesla. I was kind of thinking, Tesla was around $100, and I'm like, man, if this shit crashes down to below 100, $80, $70, I need to load the boat on Tesla. Problem is, I got a little too greedy, and if I would have loaded the boat on Tesla at $100, what has it been, like a month? We got a 2x burger here. If the market doesn't collapse, which I don't think is going to happen right now, I still do think we're probably in a bear market rally, and there is going to be a steep pullback coming. I don't necessarily know if we're going to see lower lows, but there is a trend line we're watching. My boy Maverick of Wall Street's watching. It is a scary trend line. His video last night was good. You know how we always look at the market cycle, euphoria, depression, and all that shit. Well, he showed a chart on a bubble cycle, and I think it's pretty evident we're in a bubble. But that doesn't necessarily mean, it's going to play out all the way back down to the trend line. I guess history tells you it will. But you know what? I mean, it's all conjecture. Anyway, it all doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You just got to follow simple rules, and most people don't do that. It's regurgitated 27 million times, and most people still don't do it because you get desperate. I've been there. I've gotten desperate, and I've made some yellow plays. And you invest what you can't afford to lose. You invest an amount that you think you can lose. Mentally, you go in thinking you can handle it, and the price starts dropping, and you can't handle it. I find like more people are likely not be able to handle that than can. Unfortunately, I don't know. Some new stat came out where over 50% of people making six figures are living paycheck to paycheck. I don't know exactly what that means. I mean, I kind of live paycheck to paycheck, but that's because all my, I pay all my bills off. No credit card bills, and then whatever I've left over, I throw into investing for the most part. So, I guess that's the person's perception, my savings is crypto. Is that smart? I don't know. Time will tell. It's not a lot of high risk crypto, so it's mostly Bitcoin, lots of Ethereum. I've said numerous times, I think Ethereum's hands down the best investment, period. Period. Not financial advice. If I had, I need a poll. If I could only invest in one thing, in some weird, bizarro world where I could only invest in one thing, I would choose Ethereum. I've always been bullish Ethereum, very bullish Ethereum. I've always considered Ethereum like the number one asset, or right there with Bitcoin, pretty much since I've really started learning about crypto. And I've become much, 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 much more bullish Ethereum after using Arbitrum and Optimism. So I think those two ecosystems have the potential to explode in the next bull run, the next DeFi run. And, I've been loading the boat on some Radiant. We'll take a look at that in a bit. Anyway, real quick, NASDAQ is now down 20. E-mini S&P is down 12, basically flat. Gold, $1,880, been basically flat. It did get up to like $1,950 recently, getting close to all-time highs again. Pretty much the most boring investment on the planet. If you've invested in gold in the last 12 years, I mean, you're like if you invested the last time it was $2,000, you're down money. And that was like, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago, I think. If you invested when gold was $1,000, gold got after, I think before the great, what are they? The great, that shit that happened in 2008. I mean, I think gold, after gold actually, after a while, after that, gold got pretty high, and then it came back down to like 1,300, 1,200, 1,100, maybe even sub 1,000. I don't remember. Say you bought gold at $1,000 10 years ago. Congratulations. You made it a 2x. You've 2x the value of your gold, but when you go sell it back to dollars, you're probably behind. Shit, I don't know, right? They're always throwing that, how much the value of the dollar loses over time, and it's lost quite a bit over the last couple of years with all the chugga money printing. Anyway, Tesla kind of going red. The market's looking market. It's probably waiting for Papa Powell. They want to hear if he's dovish or hawkish, I guess. I don't know. Who cares? All right, let's pop on over to crypto. Got a little jiggy last night, a little dumpy. Bitcoin we got the golden cross. I did post this in the Discord. I need to start putting the Discord link. We need to start getting a little bit more. This is the greatest alpha on the planet. Who is this? Look at me. I'm crying tears of Cardano. You need to start getting a few more people in the Discord. I don't really promote it that often. I'll start adding the links for a while. Trying to get some new blood in here. There is a lot of great alpha in here, though I will say people like Retro. Look at this fool. Busted. I bet he's not in the stream. His ass is playing Predecessor this early in the morning? You should turn that shit off, Retro, so we can't see your ass. This fool is so addicted. He tried telling us like a couple weeks ago he only has like 100 hours in the game. Yeah, since in the last 3 days. Anyway, I'll let's see. Let's get a little linky link. Why do they? I'm such a. All right, we'll go like that. We'll do a little bit of this action. I'm gonna edit. Watch this. Watch this, boys and girls. Join the greatest, absolutely free Discord on the planet. Alani. All right, we got 4 people in the house. Let's get a little chatter going on. How you all doing out there? We got 1 like. Let's throw a little bit more energy into that like button. We got a bot attack yesterday, I tell you. Let's see how many people we got going on. I don't think anyone's watching on Rumble. I get views over here. I haven't gotten any new followers. I don't know if this shit's worth it, man. Like, I'm ready to get the hell off YouTube. I'm kind of hoping Twitter becomes a jam. Be sure to follow me at Nostradamus on Twitter. You know, I do tweet from time to time. I do a lot of retweets of really good stuff. I think I retweeted a couple of really good things. We'll take a look at Twitter in a bit. Enough beating around the bush. Let's talk about selling all my Cardano. I really don't know how this conversation is going to go right now. I'm always a free baller, as they say. I kind of think like, you know, I'm like, this is what I want to talk about. I don't script anything. It's just all off the cuff. I do that pretty much with everything. Sometimes it's a complete disaster. Anyway, Bitcoin 22.9, hovering around 23,000. Fell below the 20 on the SMA on the close, but we got the golden cross. We looked at it yesterday. The last time we got a golden cross, it went up like 175%. Well, let's compare this again. Yeah, I think we need to look at this chart. It goes back further. Ooh, what the? All right, so this is probably the best comparison right here because it's in the bear market. This looks very similar. Like I've showed this recently. Like if I were to show you this, you wouldn't even be able to tell that it's not 2023. It's pretty much the same thing. The last bear market, we got the golden cross right here. You can also see during this period, it did struggle with the 20 on the daily. So that's not a real a real major red flag. This is when it happened. So we're going to measure it from right here. It did go up 180%, around 180%. Now, Bitcoin was basically $5,000, and it went all the way up to $13,000. I really don't think Bitcoin's going to do 180% burger right now. If it's to do anything, let's take a look. I think the odds are good. To me, the odds are pretty good. We flirt with like 32,000. That's a pretty major. I mean, we're right at kind of a major milestone, breaking the most recent lower high. This would be a pretty big takeout, though. This, this to me would not be any confirmation that the bull market's on. We're still too far away from the halving. We've looked at it before. The last time Bitcoin really didn't break out until 6 months after the halving. Definitely had a lot of problems beforehand. We had COVID and things like that caused a major capitulation. So I really don't see that happening, but there's some other shit going out there, like potentially World War III, right? There's a lot of crap going on in Ukraine. China's sending, a lot of people are laughing about these China balloons over the United States. Like, what are they going to see in Minnesota? I'm just like, dude, wake up, man. You really think they're not gathering serious intelligent data? And why do you think this is going on? Those fools are itching to invade Taiwan, and and to me, it's almost inevitable. We got some crazy shit going on in the Ukraine. It looks like they're using chemical warfare. No bueno. A lot of deaths. They changed the conscription age to 16. We're sending tanks. We're sending jets. Like, this thing keeps escalating. So, do I think nuclear war is going to break out? Probably not. But do I think Russia might be like, F it, let's drop a nuke, one nuke, and then we'll say, hey, we're sorry, let's just end this war. I mean, things could get pretty crazy here. Anyway, so I do see Bitcoin potentially. I think there's a pretty good shot we're going to take out this 25K level. We could shoot for this 32K. It wouldn't be out of the question for us to go for 48K, right? That would be about close to 100%, a 2x. This one right here, this level right here is going to be really hard to take out. And that's really the last lower high. I mean, if we went all the way up to here and then went all the way back down, really all it was is a lower high, right? So this one right here at the end of the day, this is a big one. And then also you need to look at the weekly. We have another big one, really big one coming up, and we're coming right up against it. We came really close. That is the 200 on the weekly. That's hovering around. This is actually a death cross right here coming up. That's interesting. What the hell do we do when we got a golden cross on the daily, but we got a death cross on the weekly? I mean, longer time frames, you kind of got to go with the death cross. I don't think there's ever been a death cross on the weekly. Ever. There's never been a death cross on the weekly. Because, I mean, Bitcoin's hardly ever been below the 200 on the weekly. It's shot down like for seconds. It lasted a day, it lasted a few weeks. It was right at it. And this is when the 200 first activated, because it takes 200 weeks, right? Since Bitcoin was created. It stayed well above it. It shot down once during the recession we had in 2018. It came down pretty hard for a couple weeks, and then it bounced right back up, came back down, flirted with it. It's probably COVID. Yeah, COVID. Couple, shot way down below it, lasted a week, and then easily rebounded and all the way into the bull run, and then all the way so this is pretty much uncharted territory. All right, so we have a really weird situation. We have a death cross coming up, but this is almost certainly going to happen. This death cross is almost certainly going to happen, just because Bitcoin would have to go to a pretty crazy price to prevent it from happening. But I think we're going to come above the 200 and hold it, and it's going to be more something like it is going to come down below it, last there for a little bit, and go back up. But it could last for a while. This takes us into only June. It can be more like comes down below it, and does this. It goes sideways, and then it could take a long time for both that, because again, the halving's 14 months away. The bull run, if it were like last time's like almost 2 years away, right? This time, I've mentioned numerous times, I do think there's going to be some front running. I do think institutions and retail are going to step in earlier. I care, but I don't care if Bitcoin goes to new lows. I've been sitting through pain for 2 years already. Major pain. We're talking, what's his face? The comedian, I'm brain farting. He has a bunch of sons and shit. He's got a son that looks just like him. He's bald. He's black. I used to love this guy. He was on a movie with Adam Sandler that was really good. He was in, what was he in? He was in a football movie with Bruce Willis that was really good. Damon Wayans. Well, how did I end up on Damon Wayans? It took me so long to remember Damon Wayans. I don't even remember why. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? Bitcoin? Yeah. We'll just chalk that up to old age. All right. I said I would get to Cardano. I kind of lied because I've been teasing the tip for a while a little bit. Ethereum 1638. What's going on with Ethereum? On the weekly, Death Cross is kind of coming for it. We are above. Ethereum is bullish, so it is above the 200 on the weekly. The 20 is about to wrap back around. So will this Death Cross happen? Maybe not. We might have time to avert that one. We look at the daily. It went above the 200 on the daily a couple weeks ago. It continues to hold above the 20. The golden cross is about a couple days away at this point. 2 days away, we should get a golden cross. Let's take a look, see how close. Yeah, in the next couple days, tomorrow. Bitcoin gets a nice little pump. It could happen tomorrow, the next couple days. We got a golden 1640. Man, this thing's looking pretty good. You know what I should do? Maybe get a little long going on, just for the hell of it, right? You guys, should I go long some Ethereum? Should I go long some Bitcoin? It's a little risky with Powell, maybe. I mean, technically, let's see. We're bouncing off. There's a resistance line right here. So if anything, I should wait for here and short it. There's no real reason to go long right now other than why not? Just have a little fun. That's what I'm talking about. Let's just have a little fun. Fun. This is, you know what? I probably shouldn't go long live because this is something I don't want any of you to do. Ricky in the house. How you doing, brother? Yeah, see, that's the problem. This is major. This is about as degen, dumb, stupid as you can get. But for me, this is kind of like just throwing, like, I want to bet on the Super Bowl, but I don't really have an easy way to do that. I'm not going to do like offshore shit. California and their bullshit, man, drives me insane. There's almost no chance California passes legalized gambling. I need to get the hell out of this state. I did watch an interesting video this morning with Meet Kevin. They're trying to pass a new concealed weapons permit. Concealed carry weapon, CCW is what I used to have one of those. I don't have it anymore. It was kind of a pain in the butt to renew, and I never carried it, so it would be convenient, like, to just have it in my car with me, but I don't necessarily want to carry it in like supermarkets and Walmarts and shit. Well, good. If this law passes, I don't even know why. So they're making it way easier for you to get the CCW now. They took away like you had to have a good cause, right? So good cause, depending on the county, you got it. For me, it was like I just carried around, like I was doing photography at the time, landscape photography, and I just said I'm always carrying around a lot of expensive ass, laptops and cameras, a couple thousand or whatever. But it was enough because my county and my sheriff were super pro CCW. You could have basically said anything and gone through the process of my county and they would have given you a gun. You go to LA, you ain't getting that shit. Or San Francisco. San Francisco will take, if you get caught legally carrying a gun in like San Francisco, they will take your gun away from you. You will never get it back. You'll fight. That is how anti-guns are. LA, I think maybe 5 people have a permit, and you basically have to blow the chief of police or the mayor. So anyway, the new law is making it way easier to get it, though I would assume some counties are still going to be like, nah, screw you. But you can't carry it anywhere. Anywhere. The restrictions, no parks, no retail outlets unless they specifically put up a sign that say it's okay. Okay, dude. Like, you think Walmart's going to put up a sign say, yeah, we want you to carry a gun? You think your local supermarket's going to put up a sign? You want us to, your Walgreens? Where do your McDonald's? Where do all these mass shootings happen? Right? The schools. Schools has always been a restriction, though. I think they should allow. This is a tough one. I think they should allow teachers to carry guns, but I think those teachers should have to go through like rigorous training, like legit training, and perform like almost police-like marksman skills and tests, right? Like these got to be like some super gung-ho SWAT-like, teachers that wanted to go to SWAT, but they couldn't do it. So you know how they say, if you can't do, teach. Oh my goodness, I'm way off the rails right now. What's Ethereum doing? Should I have gone long yet? 1639, don't call it a pullback. Yeah, there's no reason to go long or short Ethereum or Bitcoin right now. So I'm not going to. I just feel a little degenny, All right, so Cardano. I have major concerns with Cardano. We all know I love Cardano. Cardano is my favorite crypto. I think Cardano is a great risk versus reward, but the time is ticking on this. For a very long time, I've been very patient with Cardano. Smart contracts came out. There was a little bit of misunderstanding and misinformation. You really couldn't do much after smart contracts came out. They needed Plutus application backend updates, a few CIP proposals. They still need a lot of stuff to work on, like input endorsers, optimizations, Hydra, some other updates I can't recall. Oh, Mithril, things like that. So there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline that are going to supposedly make it a lot smoother process. But, like I said, time's ticking. Other concerns I have is it has a great community, but at the same time, they can be very toxic to other communities, and they can be even toxic within themselves, whether it's DeFi projects that are toxic to one another or NFT projects. Not all of them, but some of them I think are on the upper edge of what would be toxic in an ecosystem, and it bugs the shit out of me. And the last major concern is we're really going to need to see as we go into the bull run, the TVL. The TVL on Cardano is going up nicely, but not as nice as I thought it would, even though 45K employees now have to be. I'm not like, I think maybe depending on the school size, no teachers would qualify to carry a gun, but depending on, a university or a big high school or something, maybe like 1 or 2 teachers. How do I really feel about teachers carrying guns? Yeah, you sidetracking, bitch. I mean, that's a lot more talk. then, I would really have to think through it, through the process. Is it worth it? Really, just put more police, I guess. I mean, what the hell are you supposed to do? Half the world wants to defund the police, and we're in a pretty shitty situation, if we're being quite honest. I think, I don't want to piss off any Antifa subscribers, but I think defunding the police is about the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Don't defund the police. Fund the police with better training and programming, better training. It's an unfortunate situation. We got things in society we got to fix. I'm not going to get into this politically. I have really good reasons for this. I think most people wouldn't understand where I'm coming from and just assume I'm racist or right. They're so blinded that they're listening to whoever the hell they listen to. You can't get through to certain people logically. Anyway, probably just lost 5 subscribers saying I think defunding the police is stupid. Anyway, Cardano TVL needs to in the upcoming, what I believe will be another DeFi explosion, and Ethereum, Arbitrum, and Optimism will probably go through the roof. Yeah, Ricky agrees with me on defund the police. Yeah, what do you? I like. I don't even understand. I really don't. We need to give more money to the police. We need to give more money to firefighters. We need to give more money. Tom, 2024. We might have to postpone to 2028 before my presidential election. I need that premium healthcare though, right? I need that really good doctors. Boy, if I were president, them doctors would be. I would have doctors. Going with me at all times. I would be getting Tom Brady's performance enhancing team. I would steal them bitches away from him. They'd be with me all the time. I wouldn't be eating McDonald's quarter pounders all day like Trump. They'd be whipping me up some clean ass food. Kurt's gonna eat good. Kurt, his 1 meal a day as my vice president, he's gonna be eating good. Probably, some special chicken breast dishes or something. Who the hell knows? There's every now and then he may wake up and crave some maple syrup. The rough. What do you mean by the rough? All right. So Cardano DeFi is currently at 124 million. It has gone up okay recently. It was at the end of the year. It's basically doubled in the last 5 weeks. It's gone from 60 million, 60, 70 million, all the way up to about 123 million. It keeps hovering around this 125 million, up and down a little bit. Not bad. But if Cardano is going to be everything we are expecting, this needs to reach into the billions. And if Cardano doesn't climb, I'm billions with an S. If Cardano, so here is my philosophy on Cardano. I have every expectation it'll succeed. But if it does not succeed this go around with a massive DeFi explosion in the billions, at 2 billion minimum, and even that would be a bit of a disappointment. Like if Avalanche and I think Avalanche hit 20 billion in the last DeFi run, it should be blowing Avalanche out of the water. It already has what I believe to be better DeFi for the most part than what Avalanche has ever had. And I think more good things are coming with what's that neobank one? Meld. I think Meld is the neobank one. There's Axo Finance. We don't really talk a lot about. Let's see, Teddy Swap. Stupid ass name, but it's a much needed stable coin. Nita BTC. I don't know how I feel about this one. They also got some a lot of layer 2 stuff and interoperability updates coming, I think, in a week. CryptoVisor keeps whining about interoperability and stable coins. We need USDC and interoperability. Well, interoperability enhancements are coming next week. But so Indigo Finance has been really, really successful. I've been really happy with that. I think that's probably the best place. That and Liquid Finance. I do like Liquid Finance a lot too, but I will say so far, there are things about Liquid Finance that really put me off. The founder, Dwayne Cameron, is a bit of a douchebag, unprofessional. I mean, highly unprofessional at times on Twitter. Kind of like says things you would expect a 5-year-old in a tantrum to say. Sorry, Dwayne. I like you, bro, but chill the F out. Be a little bit more professional and don't come kick my ass because I know you could. I think the guy used to play like defensive end for someone or something. Anyway, the Liquid Finance launch, it's a really decent platform. I think I'm really excited about where it's going to go, but the launch, there's not a lot of TVL locked over there. I don't know. I guess I'll have to wait for the epic on whether I'm earning LQ or not. They don't have staking of the LQ yet. Man, they've been working on this shit for like 2 years. Like, why isn't this stuff like ready to go fast? I'm a little bit dismayed by that. And I'm a little bit, like this, there's another thing I want to talk about. I'm a little bit dismayed that they've only gotten 5 million in TVL so far. Indigo's doing really well at 16 million. Like I said, I love that. Indigo's been printing lots of money for me. That thing is printing like a machine. My biggest complaint about Indigo is they don't have a synthetic ADA. And I don't even think they understand why that's so important over there. I would also like to be able, you can only deposit ADA as collateral. I don't know if that's their only vision. Are you ever going to be able to deposit like other items as collateral, or is that the only way it's going to work, right? Maybe they have a reason for that. Liquid Finance, there's a proposal in now, or I think they're just talking about putting a proposal up so that you can deposit the JED as collateral. So we're going to take a look at Radiant Finance in a bit. I do think Radiant or Liquid's going to be more like your Aves, your Radiant, your Bancors, where you can, your Tranquil Finance when we were doing that shit over on Harmony One, where you can deposit and loop, right? So you can deposit and loop Cardano right now, but that's the only thing you can do. Once they add the JED, you can borrow, you can put 8 up for collateral, borrow the JED, loop it in. You can put your 8 up for collateral, borrow Cardano, sell it into the JED because you think Cardano is going to go down, put that up and earn interest on it, or you can just flat out borrow Cardano and loop it back in so that you have a very safe TVL the whole time. So there's a lot and as they add more assets, I think Liquid's going to really Liquid needs to climb the ranks. Like, we need to see Liquid alone push $1 billion in TVL, or in my opinion, Cardano is failing. Either Liquid or someone comes out of the woods, out of nowhere, and just comes in with this amazing polished platform. Tokenomics people love, a team people, and you know what I'm saying? There needs to be a lending protocol on Cardano that pushes $1 billion. Hell, we had Harmony One with a DEX, DeFi Kingdoms, over $1 billion. And at one point, Tranquil Finance was at like 500 million. We're talking about a top 10 crypto right now. We need to see this is put up or shut up time going into this next bull run for Cardano. So I think Cardano is going to be a multiple X coin, but we have to have our antennas up saying, look, I don't think we're going to come to a position where I'm going to be like, it's time to bail on Cardano, but you got to prepare yourself for that. There's a lot of Cardano Kool-Aid sippers out there that just talk about, I don't know if they're paid by, I don't really think IOG goes out there and pays people. Maybe they're just sipping the Kool-Aid so hard they believe everything. There's nothing wrong with Cardano. Cardano's going to be the greatest. Cardano, this, and that. This is why Cardano's better than Ethereum. And they list some reasons like Cardano is easier to use than Ethereum. And I'm like, you're out of your freaking mind. It's not easier to use than Ethereum right now. Shells, you think they're shells? So I think Cardano is setting itself up to be a top 5 crypto. I think it's setting itself up to there's people out there. Like, I love me Crypto Crow, but he's a Kool-Aid sipper, right? He is 100% convinced Cardano will flip Ethereum. You're not flipping Ethereum when the real money is in Ethereum. You're not flipping Ethereum with a bunch of retail Cardano people. I'm sorry. Unless you see massive influx of institutions coming into Cardano. And what reason do they have to? We're talking about institutions doing hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. So even when Ethereum fees are high, right, what do they give a shit? They're sending $200 million from one wallet to another. Oh no, I'm going to pay $300 in gas fees. They really wanted to, they can move it over to Arbitrum, right? And we might see a lot of that happening. Now, there's some drawbacks with Arbitrum and Optimism. I think they're both ZK rollups, if I remember correctly. So there is a bridge. I don't necessarily understand the bridge risk. So you send it over and then you got to send it back. It takes like 15 minutes to send over. I think when you send it back, you're upwards of an hour. And again, you're dealing with bridge risk. You have to send it through like Synapse or whatever. Bridges are the biggest attack vector out there. I try and avoid bridge risk, but the opportunity on Arbitrum is just so great right now. And we'll take a look at that in a bit. But anyway, I just want to talk about, I do have a lot of major red flags with the Cardano. Again, a lot of infighting and toxicity in the community, even though for the most part it is a great community. The TVL has been pretty, it's going up, but it's losing steam quickly. And, the DJED stablecoin, 11.82 million, man, that's nothing, right? The DJED stablecoin needs to get into the, $1 billion plus, or the USDA coming out soon. Now, some of that stuff might come a lot easier, or IUSD might be the big thing, right? There's nothing wrong with having 3 or 4 really good stable coins on Cardano. Maybe USDC comes knocking on the door here pretty soon, because that would be pretty big in my opinion. And I'm talking native. I'm not talking bridge. You can get USDC over Macomata, layer 2 or layer 1 EVM compatible sidechain, or layer 1 EVM compatible Cardano. I don't know if it's layer 1 or layer 2. But again, you got bridge risk, you got EVM risk, right? Anything EVM compatible and bridge risk scares the shit out of me. You got World Mobile Token on the Aurora Boreas with which is the consensus mechanism for Atom. Cosmos coming pretty soon. Hopefully we'll see more interoperability with Cosmos. I think that would be pretty good. Cosmos is getting native USDC. I don't know what that means. So technically, maybe we have some Cosmos sidechain that gets USDC on it, and it would be a similar situation probably where you would bridge over like on Arbitrum, right? But I would love to see a native USDC or USDA get really big, get true regulation in the United States backed by, because that's my biggest concern. Another huge concern for Cardano. We know as regulation comes down, USDC is golden. They are blowing everyone they need to in the Senate. They are greased. This is probably one of the biggest cartels on the planet right now of trying to control the finance of crypto going forward. USDC will be trillions in the future. Trillions. USDC may even be the CBDC of the United States. Who the hell knows? Circle. Big, huge banks are involved with this shit. This is, mostly Ethereum native. Again, going to Polkadot, going to Cosmos, going to Arbitrum or Optimism. I can't remember. Now I need to look that up because that's kind of important. I don't know the best way to circle expand. Yeah, 5 new chains. I know Cosmos, Arbitrum, Optimism, Polkadot. Maybe not Arbitrum, but I think Okay, Arbitrum, Near, Optimism, Polkadot, and where is Cosmos? Cosmos might have Circle, Cross Chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and Cosmos. So Arbitrum, Near, Optimism, and Polkadot by the end of this year, with plans to enter Cosmos. So Cosmos sooner, I guess. So USDC coming to Optimism, and Arbitrum can be pretty huge, but you would need your sex. You would need your sex so you would need to be able to buy USDC on like Coinbase and send it and hook straight into no, you wouldn't. You could still send it to Ethereum and bridge it over. You just need the bridge to be able to do USDC. Right now, you can only do Ethereum when you bridge to Arbitrum. So you can buy USDC, send it to Ethereum, and then bridge it over to Arbitrum. Costs you basically a couple pennies, and there's no tax consequences. So there's some pretty great ways. Like you could send USDC over and earn 2%, 5%. You can earn Radiant and USDC and earn 5%. DeFi risk, but fairly safe. USDC, shit, you can earn 5% on that. So, I mean, so you could send USDC over to Arbitrum, no tax. You don't pay any taxes. Swap it into USDT. I mean, technically, it's a tax event. It could be a small tax loss or a small tax gain, depending on where they're pegged. You just let your MetaMask and Ethereum works fine with like most tax software. So you just let that deal with it. And you can earn 7-8% on your USDT, right? So not a bad gig. But we need to see that on Cardano. I think the Jed got listed on some shitty small. Yeah, they get listed on some shitty small exchange. So you can theoretically buy the Jed, have no tax event, and send it to Cardano. But we that's another thing we need to see. We need to hit the stable coins need to start seeing hundreds of millions and billions of dollars of TVL over there in the next bull run. We need to see a major move in TVL on Cardano, or I got to consider when I think the end of the bull run's coming, and this time around, I will be selling depending on where I'm at, depending on how much I made, 50, 40, 30%, depending on where we are in the year. Like say we're at the end of the year of 2024 and we're in really peak bull run, that'd be great because I could sell and limit how much I pay in taxes in 1 year, go into January, do the same thing again, and be out before we go into the bear run. That's a dream scenario right now. And I'm in a position where almost anything I sell right now is long-term capital gains. So I've really limited my exposure on tax gains. And I'm going to load the boat for the next, I'm going to do some things. I'm going to go, I'm sitting here thinking about the Model Y I'm going to go get. If I do really well, maybe a Cybertruck 2, fix up the house, who the hell knows, right? And have a lot of cash on the sidelines by that next bull run. I'm done. I'm assuming you're saying I'm down for it. Needs consistent sex. I'm done for it. And you're talking about like, you mean sex? CEX? What the F are you saying over there, Ricky? I'm down for it. Need consistent. I just either I'm really stupid or you youngins these days, the language you guys speak just don't. Is that like auto correcting on your iPhone or something? Like, bro, we're sitting here waiting on you. What the hell are you saying? All right, let's stop talking about Cardano. My eye's on Cardano. My eye is on Cardano. I think it's gonna succeed, but I'm ready to sell that shit heavily. Like I won't. I don't know that I'll ever see. I don't think it would get so ugly that I would see myself selling all my Cardano. I mean, I'm more than likely selling Cardano no matter what happens, right? Like 25%, 30% of my bag, because we're talking about like I am going to take profits this time around so that I can buy it back cheaper in the next bear market. So whether or not I'm selling that to buy it back in the next bull run, this is going to be an ongoing analysis, or I'm selling it and this is me just starting to shed my position because I'm starting to lose faith in Cardano. I really don't think the latter is going to happen. But again, I am not beyond bailing on. I'm not married to shit. Don't get married to shit. It will cloud your judgment if things start going bad. And some of these top cryptos will not make it. Do I have to go back and show you Luna? There was a point in time where I thought Luna was going to be, a top 3, top 4 crypto for the next 10, 20 years. Way wrong on that shit. There was a time I thought Harmony One was going to be, breaking in the top 20. Now I think Harmony One's not going to make it. LeBron James might become the all-time leader scorer tonight. What is tonight? Wednesday? He's got tonight and tomorrow to do it, right? He's definitely going to do it before the Super Bowl. I think he's got 2 games to pull it off. He's sidetracking. When you are selling it, again, I need to see that in this next bull run and TVL explosion, Cardano really, really needs to participate. We need to see billions in TVL, minimum 2, and even that would be a disappointment. I think Cardano needs to reach 10, 20 plus billion in TVL in the next bull run. ES. Let's go to one of the most evil organizations on the planet. I was kind of hoping the Lakers got Kyrie, kind of, but not really. I should have done it like this. Let's see, Central, West, Northwest, Pacific. All right, where are they? Full schedule tonight against the Thunder. How many points does he need? Yeah, he is. I don't disagree with you, but he's such an amazing player. I don't know. So is Kawhi. Kawhi's a bit of a cancer himself. Yeah. So then Tuesday. All right. So he's got Is today only Tuesday? Oh, gee, many Christmas. Feels like a Wednesday. So he's got 2 days to break it. I think he only needs like 35 points or some shit, right? So he's definitely going to do it in the next couple nights unless he gets like, I'm not even going to put that juju out in the air. He definitely wants to do it because he's not going to do it. Like if he were to do it on Saturday, he wants some headlines. I don't know if this is really factoring into his decision to break the record. He's just going to go out and do his thing. But it's better off for him to do it before the Super Bowl because if it happens on Saturday or Monday, people are going to be talking about that Chiefs win on Monday. Man, so many people are doubting the Chiefs right now, myself a little bit included. I did get some devastating news. The head ref for the Super Bowl loves to throw penalty flags, and he loves to throw penalty flags on the Chiefs. He loves to throw pass interference, and our young DB core gets a little handsy at times. And I mean, so do all, but I don't know. We'll have to see. All right. Anyway, what were we talking? Oh, penalty. Defensive pass interference, roughing the passers, holding. You don't know what a penalty is? You not watch football, Ricky? Ricky Bobby? All right. Cardano. Bitcoin 22.9. Ethereum, if I would have went long, I'd be up $8. You missed the L on one of those flags? What do you mean, bro? You missed the L on one of those flags. You're going to have to ELI5 that because I don't know what you're saying. See what gets going. NASDAQ, basically, I think we're just waiting on Papa Powell to speak. When does that bitch speak? In like 4 or 5 hours? What do you mean I missed the L? I think you go out of your way when I say, what do you mean, to not give me the answer for an extended period of time because it raises my cortisol levels. Are you trying to kill me, Ricky? Is that your plan? Because you're doing a great freaking job of it. All right, Radiant Finance, they got I didn't miss the L. Are you saying I said that word? I don't think I did. Clip it. If I did, it wasn't like I mess up words all the time. I don't think I did. I think that's just what you heard, bitch. All right, so Radiant Finance got listed on Bybit, and the price did explode. I don't know if it's still holding up. Let's take a look. That thing was like hovering around 21 to 23 cents yesterday. I was kind of hoping for it to pull back below 20 because I was going to buy some more. And then I woke up, they posted the announcement. Look, boys and girls. It's not too often I come out and say, this is my YOLO play. When's the last time you've ever heard me get excited about a high risk, high reward play and start YOLOing into it? You haven't heard me do that shit since DeFi Kingdoms and Crystal. Worked out great for a while, then we got too greedy. So we got plenty of time on Radiant. I'm not telling you to invest in it. This shit, it's DeFi risk. You can lose your money. They could get hacked. It could fail. Radiant could go to zero. But I believe in the team. I believe in the protocol. I believe in what they're doing. I believe in the Arbitrum ecosystem. Retro in the house. How you doing, brother? Bro, I've been YOLOing. If your ass would stop playing Predator, I've been waxing on about Radiant for weeks now, bitch. Or not Predator, predecessor. You need to go watch the beginning of our stream. Because we were right here in the Discord and we saw your ass playing predecessor. So do not come in hijacking the stream, demanding that I tell you about this YOLO play that I've been talking about nonstop for weeks now. Radiant is think tranquil. Think some of that purple trank. Bro, Predator has this bug where it doesn't close. Okay. Poll time. Start a poll. Who thinks Retro needs a predecessor intervention? No, he's making up shit. Predecessor has this bug where it wouldn't close. So Radiant is basically much like Tranquil Finance is over on Harmony One. The platform is very similar, but it's on the Arbitrum ecosystem, which I think is going to be massive in the multi-billions in the next DeFi run. It's a great team. They're working on partnerships all the time. They just got listed on Bybit. They recently got listed on this one. It's top 19 exchange. They're continuing to work on things like that. Version 2 is coming out in about a week. I'm pretty excited about that. Its market cap, when I got involved, Radiant was 10 cents. This is 2 weeks ago. Again, this is on Arbitrum. Its market cap at the time was $13 million. $13 million. Verify that I have a nutsack. It's currently hovering at $50 million. That's rising kind of rapidly, so the emissions are probably a bit high, but about a quarter supply out there. So I think I could see this thing doing 10, 20, 30x maybe, depending, right? Like, can this reach $1 billion? That's a 20x. 20x-ish, right? I'm not really factoring in the emission rate. The protocol, again, there's risk over here, right? So I did buy some. The protocol pays really well. I took out my rewards this morning to see how much I'm earning a day. So in the last 3 or 4 hours, I've already earned another 2 Radiant, like 56 cents worth. I deposited Ethereum. I'm borrowing USDC and I'm looping that back in. I was doing DAI, but you got to stay on top of these APRs. So the borrow on DAI went up to like 12, 13%. So I reevaluated what's going on here and I switched to USDC. Transaction fees over here are cheap AF, like 15, 17. It's cheaper than Harmony One. That's not true. How expensive did Harmony One get when shit got really bad? But it's still like 20 cents a transaction or whatever. Arbitrum, you're basically investing in Ethereum. So I'm earning, when I borrow USDC, I'm earning 20%, 21% right now. No, that's not true. I'm earning 14.89%, but paying 6.37%. So I'm netting 8%. It is in the Radiant token. You do have to claim it and vest it for 28 days. I think with version 2, it could be up to like 90 days. Right now, that's fine with me. We're super early. I'm trying to earn as much Radiant as possible. When I loop it back in, I'm earning another 2.37% USDC, another 2.26% in Radiant. Depositing Ethereum, I'm earning 2% on my Ethereum, which is really freaking good. And I'm earning 1.33% in APR. I wish they did have a better interface that showed you both the deposit and borrow rates. You kind of have to go back and forth. So this is how much you earn when you deposit. This is how much you pay when you borrow. You earn Radiant, but that's what you're paying to borrow. Oh, so now this is down. Like, I swear to God, this morning this was at like 14%. So this thing fluctuates too wildly. A lot of people probably did the same thing I did and moved it over to USDC. USDT is really high. So I don't know. I'll have to kind of monitor that for a while. I'm also yield farming. This is how much Radiant I've earned by depositing. You lock it, it earns another 31%. Again, right now you must vest for 28 days. This is what I have currently vesting. You can take it out for a 57% or 50% penalty if you really need the money. And it'll tell you when it, so I got like 3 more weeks before that, but I'm just going to keep plowing this back in for now. And then I'm also providing LP. I started this LP off with around $1,900 a couple weeks ago. It's gone up a considerable amount because the Radiant token has gone from 10 cents to, what's it at now? This did hit 30 cents, right at 30 cents this morning. It's hovering at 27. And so for me, this talks about impermanent loss. Understand your risk of impermanent loss. I don't really care. I'm not really worried about impermanent loss. I'm getting paid 67%. So that's enough for me to not care about impermanent loss. And right now, as the Radiant token goes up, it sells and buys Ethereum. So I'm earning more Ethereum. The coin that I believe to be hands down the number one, not financial advice, best investment on the planet. Like, if I were to get, no, I'm not even going to say these words. Like, again, if I can only invest in one thing, it would be Ethereum. I would go all in everything I had Ethereum, right? Bitcoin would be number 2. And then after that, it gets a lot riskier. I mean, Matic's a pretty safe play at this point, but I'm not a fan of Matic. Cardano, again, a very safe play going into the next bull run, I think. But we got some red flags over there, and I got my eye on Cardano. As much as I love Cardano, it's put up or shut up time going into this next bull run. Anyway, that's Radiant. That's the Radiant news. Let's see if there's anything going on in the Discord. I mean, like all the Discords. Nothing with Indigo, nothing with Liquid, nothing with MinSwap. We got something over at ADA. ADA is a bit of a disappointment. It's a really cool concept, peer-to-peer lending, but it can be a little bit complicated. A lot of people don't want to deal with it. Let's see, the Min Farm rebalance is coming. AGX will move up. AGX will move up to what? Oh, this is the Min's. Why is this in ADA? What the hell is a Tiger Farm? Man, AGX is on a freaking tear. What does a Tiger Farm mean? I don't know what this shit means. Let's do it. Let's post something that makes no sense. The mint is coming soon. AGX will move due to will move. Oh, and NTX is doing really well too. I'm kind of considering buying a bag of NTX. iETH will be added to the. Oh, iETH. What is the mouse farm? Like, what is this shit, bro? What does this mean? Lion, tiger, cat, dog, mouse. Points. What do the points mean? I don't know. Someone asked, what does this mean? This system is so damn smart. I mean, I must be stupid. The Jid and Shen farms are coming probably on Teddy Swap. I don't know if they. All right, I don't show thread. These new points for min will come into effect. So I guess this affects how much min you earn. How much? I'm assuming min. The more min, the better, right? Retro. So I'm assuming that's how much min you earn. I don't freaking know. Let's see if their Discord has anything. Facts. I mean, I could ask. Announcements. But you can see the previous below. You can see the as well as read more about the formula for Byte. So I think this just means how much min, M-I-N, dollar min you can earn. It says below you can see more about the formula though. I don't see no formula. All right, whatever. It decreases your masculinity. Wah wah. NewNet, what has NewNet got going on? Announcement. This is the NTX. This is cloud computing. I forget what shit chain they were on moving to Cardano. NewNet is happy to. Ooh. Because I moved on my Cardano to the Teddy Swap ISPO just to earn free Teddy Swap. I don't know if that's going to be a big thing or not, but learn more about the earn drop. I would rather earn NTX. But do you still get your ADA rewards? Oh, you got to hold 10,000 NTX. Yeah, that's nothing, man. Well, let's see what the price of NTX is right now. I actually kind of knew about this already now that I remember. Look at this. Okay, AGX just exploding. Now worth 1.47 Cardano. 3x'd. Why didn't someone tell me to all in that shit? Liquid NTX. Like NTX, hopefully, oh man, it's up 24%. 0.163. So 10,000 NTX, we're probably looking at. See, I wish, why can't you get this shit in US dollars too? Tap tools. Like, I don't want to do this much math. 10,000, that's 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 1,630 Cardano? 0.163 times 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so 1,630 Cardano times 0.38. So man, I was looking at this last week and I could have got like 10,000 NTX for like 300 some bucks. Is it doubled? Ugh. Yeah, this is a 4-hour. I'm scared to change this to the daily. Why didn't I buy this shit last week when it was at 8 cents? Oh my goodness. I'm not man, I get all the way up to 22. Man, are people watching my videos or something? Is this why AGX and NTX are pumping? What do my wallets look like? It's not like I don't have 1,630 ADA. All right, let's finish it. Because if you don't get your hold at least 10,000 in a private, holding more will increase rewards. Well, I mean, have at least 150 ADA. I wonder if I wonder if there's a crossover. Like if a room was on, there's probably no crossover. FISO. Let's see if there's a crossover. If you can earn both, this might be the opportunity of a lifetime that no one will take advantage of but me. Rabbit. That's a negative. Fungi. There's almost no, I don't think you can be part of two pools. Fungi, ADAR, close. Piadia. Yeah, this is just an exercise in futility. Wait, are all these live now? Wow. They got a lot of stake pools. Milo. I'll go through this later, but I don't think you can be part of both. AG, Trust. Let's see. Do you still schedule? Rewards maybe first start. Let's see. The first will occur on February the 4th. So I've already missed the first one. Newnet is hiring. Users can wait. The NTX liquid earn drop will go for 10 Cardano, meaning it will begin and end on. Users will have 6 Cardano epochs. So after April 30th, they will become. I wonder if you still get your Cardano rewards. Oh, this is why NTX went up in price. People bought it for this shit. Man, I read this and I didn't put 2 and 2 together last week. I am a dummy. I'm a dumb. Tums. All right. Let's see what's going on Twitter. 7:42 a.m. Actually, let's do a quick look at crypto. If I would have went long, I'd basically just be paying carrying costs. Bitcoin ain't doing shit. Sure, the stock market ain't doing shit because we're waiting on Papa Powell. When does Papa Powell speak? Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell. Speech. Time. What time is Palace? It's probably like 11:30 or some shit, right? 12:40 Eastern. Oh, that's 2 hours from now. A ding a ding. Let's see what happens in the market. I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be locked and loaded. If I start seeing some ignition, we're longing some ETH. We're longing some freaking ETH. Oh, I gotta switch over to optimism. Let's see. Connect wallet. And if you're not using the Rabby wallet, failed to. I don't. All right. Long. 2x. Open position. Do I long it going into it? I'm tempted to do some super degen shit and long going into the speech because I think we're gonna pop. Right, I'm throwing $250 on the line. My liquidation price would be 830. This isn't a lot of money. Like Ethereum would have to go down to $830 for me to lose $250. This is a pure degen gamble. Uh, 67% of 3 people say retro needs an intervention. I wonder who voted no. So the no vote doesn't count. Screw it. Screw it. Let's be a degen. Well, I don't need that popping up on screen. Ethereum. I'm not going to show me actually doing this. You don't know whether I really went long or not. We don't want to piss off the YouTube out. This is like so freaking degen. So freaking degen. I need a little excitement for my day. I no longer drink Rain energy drinks. This is my new adrenaline rush. This will probably end badly. I hope I get wiped out. In fact, no matter what happens, I'm going to tell you if I actually did this, which you have no idea. I'm going to tell you I got wiped out because I don't want any of you to do this. This is some advanced level, advanced degen. None of you should be doing. Like really, this should be done like hedging. Like I should be shorting Ethereum right now because I'm long a bunch of spot Ethereum. I should be shorting it as a hedge. That's what I should be doing. That's what this is an intended vehicle to hedge, right? To try and make money off of it, you're going to lose. Over time, you're going to lose. The carrying costs are going to kill you. What do I mean by the carrying costs? Tom, what do you mean by the... I don't know what that transaction was. Let's see. This, what's going on the screen here? This says there's a long on Ethereum. So this net funding, total funding due at the close of the position. So right now, I don't know what the funding rate is, and I really don't know the formula on this, but this goes up. The longer you're in the position, this value goes up. So this is the carrying cost to have this position on. It costs you money to have this position on. So first of all, you need to make good money in the trade, and the longer you keep the trade on. So if I go into an Ethereum long or short, and the price of Ethereum has just been hovering around what it's been doing for the last several hours, this is realistically one of the dumbest trades you've ever seen anyone ever make, theoretically. Actually, it's hovered between 1645 and like 1623, so it's not a terrible trade. Well, it's below. Actually, it's below. It might come. Okay, so it bounced off the 200, but this is on the hourly, right? Let's see what it's doing on the daily. It bounced off the 20. Currently about right here. I do think there's a decent chance. I'm just gambling. gambling going into this PAL speech in a couple hours, hoping Ethereum gets a pop. If I see it get up to around this 1660 level, I'm not gonna make a lot of money. I ain't gonna make shit, dude. Like this is a 2x long on 250 bucks. So if Ethereum goes up 40 bucks, I don't know. I might make, I don't know. It's not gonna be a lot. It's barely gonna be enough to pay for Chipotle. All right, I'll probably forget I had this position on, to be quite honest. All right, let's see what's going on Twitter. I did retweet a couple things yesterday. What is Martin Lawrence doing tweeting about Cardano? Your boy learned y'all can Python on Cardano now. And then he adds IOHK Charles. What in the F is going on? Martin is tweeting about Python. That boy don't, the only thing Martin knows, he knows Python is a snake. There's no freaking way he knows Python, what the F Python. No, Martin did not type this out with his own fingers. Did someone at Cardano send him this and tell him to tweet it out? Like, weird. He does. So I do see now. He just got some people on his. Ooh, look at this. Are they doing a new? What's that movie? Bad Boys, Bad Boys. What you gonna do? He has an NFT on Cardano, I think. He is that show was so funny, dude. I could have sworn I saw that on his timeline he had a Cardano NFT limited edition that sold out or something. Did he remove it? All right, whatever. You're just jealous because he learned. Liquid Labs, Liquid Tokenomics and Utility. Let's see. Dear, we are proud to announce. I don't know why I retweeted that. World Mobile this past weekend. Is that it already? Oh, there's this interesting tool, Zerberus, that does some like high-level wallet investigations for you. Like you enter a token and it shows you like really cool stuff, but it's not out yet. So I kind of have that on my radar. All right, let's see what's going on in general. DeFi Kingdoms, who gives a shit? I love Andy Reid so much. That gets a heart. Andy Reid's one of the greatest individuals, American citizens on the planet. How could you not love that cheeseburger eating mofo? Let's see. Wow. Cardano mobile wallet and NFT minting. ADA, interesting. Turn your photos into stunning digital master. Mantium. What the hell is this? Stupid name. Introducing the most intuitive and reliable mobile wallet for Cardano. Fast. No. This guy's a paid. Like this guy. I like this AE Saint guy. This guy owns like so many chilled Kongs. Wow. And he's nonstop spewing the Cardano Kool-Aid. But I love them, bro. This is old. What's for lunch? Cardano? Ooh, shit. Jay Sis. Oh, that's just like a fake picture. Why this Joe Knuckle guy? This guy whined more. He was one of the biggest Cincinnati Bingo Crybaby fans I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, good for you, buddy. Here's Crypto Crow. Oh, Crypto Crow has an interesting blocks. Social media I want to try. I can actually join this because it requires a Crypto Crow. I don't sign in. Let's see. I don't want to. Where's. All right, I'll deal with this later, but it's a bit annoying that you have to give them an email address. But I do have a Crypto Crow NFT. I like me some Crypto Crow. I'm a fan, even though he he sucks up the BitBoy a bit too much for my blood, and he's got some weird conspiracy theories. All right, let's get back to Subcritical. He's got a good YouTube channel, young kid. He did a really good video on liquid finance I watched this morning. I mean, I didn't learn anything, but it's a great video out there if you want to learn all the nuances about. That's one of my problems is I just get to the high level shit. I don't really make videos to tell you how to use it. You just gotta ask me questions as we go along, or you gotta be already at that advanced level. I would not touch crypto. All right. Everyone shut the hell up about Jim Cramer, right? Everyone, this whole Cramer meme is way out of control, right? Like, first of all, Cramer's not that wrong, right? And they've been twisting his words lately. Like, he did say crypto is going to have a really good run, but he said now's a good time to be selling your crypto. Now's a good time to get out of your crypto. But then he also followed it up. He thinks there's going to be a good bull run here, and that might present a better opportunity to sell your crypto. Hey, there's a very good possibility we're in a huge bear market rally and that shit's going to sell off. In fact, my needle still kind of leans that way. Jim Cramer's not stupid. That guy has run big hedge funds, and he's been in this for a long time. Now, does he say and do a lot of dumb things just for, get people to watch his show or whatever? I don't know, right? But he's not the Cramer effect. If you're investing based on the Cramer effect, you're a dumbass. Okay? That's what I think. I'm going to get that on a t-shirt. If you do the opposite of what Cramer does, you're an idiot, right? You should not be using that as any kind of indicator to make any kind of decisions. Shannon Sharp, let's say for argument's sake, oh my goodness, this guy won't shut up about what's his face? He's a great NBA player. You know who I'm talking about. Ricky knows who I'm talking about. I'm brain farting right now. But apparently Ja Rule, that's the problem. I got Ja Rule in my head and I can't shake anything else. Apparently this Ja fool's going around like carrying guns and pointing them at Indiana Pacer team buses and shit. This guy's making $200 million. He's got a $200 million contract. Bro, it's time to get out of the hood. I don't know if you grew up in the hood. $200 million. You need to lose all your hood friends. Sorry. They're just going to take you down. I don't care if you're there. I mean, if you want to put some of your hood boys on the payroll but they got to stop being hood, I'm all for it. But if you want to put hood boys on your payroll and they're going to be hood and you're going to be hood, you're a fucking idiot. John Morant, thank you. All right. Daps on Cardano. Okay. Ooh, Elon. 20 years ago. Blah, blah, blah. I don't all right. Hopefully humanity will reach Mars in 20 years. Wasn't this fool saying like 2 or 3 years ago we'll be on Mars by like 2023, 2025? I legitimately, Elon, hit me up, bro. I think we're doing this wrong. I think the hubris of humanity trying to go straight to Mars is extremely stupid. Setting ourselves up for failure. We need to set up moon bases. We need to set up legit star bases. We need to set up like von Neumann probes. Start working on that. Have them bitches go out and mine asteroids and bring that shit back to the moon. Bring that shit back to star bases, right? That we build that take time, and we build maybe a bridge to Mars where there's a good there's a good bridge of star bases, a high availability system. No, let's just go straight to Mars, where if shit hits the fan, basically everyone's dead because you need an optimal time just to get there in 6 months or whatever. Or maybe, we start building the star bases and the technology and start working on the technology for faster travel and things like that. Maybe what the world needs to do is start having world peace, and I will be running for world leader by 2032, and we will be heavily focused on space travel, education, not fighting. In fact, anyone that wants to fight for a cause with guns, this might be a little extreme, but we'll load up a few starships and I don't know. Remember how they used to send all the prisoners in the United Kingdom to Australia? Maybe we would just ship them. We just shoot them off into space with a lifetime supply of solar power and food. You know, like MREs, and I don't know. They can figure it out. And then in 200 years, they turn into a supercon race. All right. It's cool to be hood. You're just a dweeb. Yeah. There's been plenty of hood in this kid. I grew up in a, very hood, like, I'm not talking like Crip hood, but it was hood enough. Trust me. And I stayed hood a little bit too longer than I should have. But I pulled the head out of my ass by like in my mid 20s, I would say. I don't know how old Ja Rule is. Ja Morant age 23. We'll give him a couple more years, but the longer he waits to get the hood out of his this is career-ending stuff he's doing. 200, like, this guy is going to be worth hundreds of millions, if not billions, in the next 10 years. You and Skylar were not. It's Sarah. Are you talking about Sarah? Did you mean Sarah? I didn't grow up with Sarah. I grew up with my other best homie. I'm not going to mention his name, but we're talking the hood in Kansas, right? I mean, Wichita was a huge center for Crip activity. I wasn't hanging out in that area, but we're talking. I was in some hood, right? I was definitely in some hood. Again, I'm not talking Compton hood, but it was hood enough. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Neither here. Oh, how's my? I already forgot. I'm down at $1.50. I paid 3 cents. So how much am I going to pay an hour? Maybe like 15 cents, 20 cents an hour. Oh, you were just trying to think of a stereotypical white name. Stop. Dude, that joke was stupid, brah. That joke didn't make any sense. First, I was thinking Skylar, like, why are we talking about Breaking Bad? And then I'm like, well, Sarah's my friend. Maybe he's talking about Sarah. So I did lower. The cumulative tick is like an average of all the like top 500 stocks right now. So more are ticking down than are ticking up. Even after I explained it, you probably don't understand it. Ladies, what's stopping you from looking? Okay, I don't know why you would post something like that. Good morning. Okay. We don't get a gym picture, but you're apparently listening to some weird ass song. Dawn's featuring Maggie Rogers. Looks a little sappy to me. A Super Rich told me all those extinct cryptos are not. Oh, BCH, LTC, and ADA are not coming back. Okay. I don't know about BCH, but LTC and ADA should have a good run. Breaking UK is blocking to Bitcoin. Who cares? Who's NatWest Bank? The news stories are just so bad. Everyone's Binance is canceling USD withdrawals, distorting that way out of proportion. Are we still streaming? Error. YouTube is not receiving enough video. Oh. You got some buffering going on over there. Rabbi is the first wallet to provide. This is an amazing wallet. I cannot tell you enough to get the Rabbi wallet. Rabbi works with anything that Ethereum works with, and it'll tell you if you're making a mistake. Pay attention in a readable format. With MetaMask, you have no idea. Shit's like all Greek. You can read the errors and it'll tell you like no risk found. No risk found. You see that right there? No risk found. You install it. Hopefully you have a hardware wallet. You connect your hardware wallet. You can easily flip back and forth between MetaMask and Rabby by that. So Rabby is in use and MetaMask is banned. So any site that works with MetaMask is now going to use Rabby. I can flip it back to MetaMask if I want, but I'm not going to right now. Kind of want to do a transaction just so you can see the beauty of it work, but I don't want to flip off optimism. All right, now I just paid another penny in funding. Let's see, I'm down like this shit. This is not going to do nothing to pal speak. So oh shit, time to get to work, boys and girls. But I don't want to go to work. All right. I got a little time. I put in a couple hours this morning. Let's see if there's anything else good on. Liquid has launched, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I should have tweeted this morning selling all my Cardano. Just in Binance to donate $100 in BNB to each user affected. Oh, that's kind of cool. Dude, there was a video of buildings collapsing in Turkey. Man, that shit's crazy over there. Call off. Man, they did tell me I could take as much time off as I wanted. All right. Well, one. All right. I'm not going to continue that. Let's see. Rob Paul. Good morning. Good morning. Rick McCracken. Here's where Cardano sits. I want a good. Oh, I did find a kind of interesting new. Yeah. Why? So. I want good data on daily active users for Cardano. So I wonder where he got that. So 65K active daily users, not bad. It's only halfway behind Solana and the DeFi just started kicking off. I wonder where he got that information. Oh, please tell me. God damn it. Now I got to find that tweet again. Like, I think we went back to the beginning. We got new shit. It's like, it looks like all Leonardo is dating a 19. Good for you, bro. She looks like she's been through some plastic surgery. Hell. God damn it. Oh, that looks familiar. That looks familiar. That kind of looks familiar. Hello, straight or curly? God damn it, it's too hard to see your curly. I kind of like the straight hair. Normally I like the curly, but I think the straight hair looks good on you, girl. Let's see. Harmonize, riding their backs to 88 cents. Stop smoking crack over there in Harmony 1. Someone recently mentioned I've never seen a more racist floor than the Clay Nation. Apparently there's probably a lot of black claymates on the floor. I would feel weird buying a black claymate. I find that mildly racist. A white dude buying a black claymate. Like, wouldn't that be weird if I bought a black claymate, made it my profile pic and everything? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, statistically speaking, there's probably a lot of Asians in crypto. Definitely a lot of white bros in crypto. You know, I'm not saying there's not black people in crypto, but I would say statistically speaking, it's a lot lower number than, you know, whites and Asians. I guess I'm leaving out Hispanics. I would imagine. I don't know if there's any Hispanic. Maybe there's no Hispanic Clay Nations. Maybe they're a bit racist for that. You see, you can't win with this shit. I probably just got taken off YouTube for just even having this discussion. Just trying to have an open discussion. Shitco. Man, I think Minneapolis Fed says U.S. debt default would be a catastrophe. Well, this Minnesota Fed's a real genius. This Minnesota Fed official is a real freaking He must have graduated at Harvard. Of course, that would be a major catastrophe. But guess what? Most of my money's in crypto, so I guess I'll be converting that to whatever isn't a cluster F at that point. The chance of the U.S. defaulting is almost impossible at this point, right? Isn't it? Like, is it going to come sometime in the future? We keep doing what we're doing, probably. But don't they just raise the debt ceiling, turn back on the money printer, kick the can down the road? Like, do we really think the debt ceiling's not going to get raised? I don't know. I'm not an expert with that shit. I'm just mostly talking out my ass right now. God damn it. Anyway, let's look at this other tool I found really quickly. Let's see, token terminal. This is really cool. You can go through and pick so much stuff and get good data on it. For example, you can go to, I'm on Cardano right now. The one thing I don't like, they don't have daily active users on here, but you get a lot of good information that you get, circulating market cap and all this shit. But you can come down here and you can click on things like revenue. So they're earning 10,000 in fees per day. I mean, that's not a lot, but it doesn't cost much to use Cardano. So if we look at this on Ethereum, it might be pretty insane. The active developers, are on the rise, near all-time highs, or pushing all-time highs. Code commits on a daily basis, a lot of code commits. I think you can turn that, oh, that's on 180 days. Yeah, you could put that on a weekly. They're doing like 420, 456, monthly. They've been their activity's actually gone down. I keep hearing like Cardano and GitHub commits. I don't know that that's a real metric, but I wish they had daily active users. I haven't found a good spot to find Cardano daily active users, but you can come to a lot of them and get that information. For instance, I was looking at Solana, VeFi, Bobana, Shitlana, daily active users. Let's go to, so they actually went up in January, but they came way down from the peak. 177,000 in October, 128,000 in November. This is when FTX happened. 109,000. The bear market's happening too. So we'll have to see. It looks like they're picking back up. If we look at the daily, it's staying pretty steady around 47K, 48K a day. So it's holding on pretty decent. A lot of people are not shutting up about Phantom recently because Phantom has done really well. Is Harmony on here? No Harmony. Wah wah. All right, let's look at Ethereum. Fees. Let's see. Revenue. Look at this. Like, why do they revenue and fees? So 4 million in fees a day, or 4 million in revenue a day. So they're pulling in like 5 million in fees, and 80% of it's like pure profit, I guess. Yeah. Daily active users, 800. Why is this still showing revenue? Oh, daily active users, 336,000. Like, it's hovering above 300,000. Does it have Arbitrum? Does it break that off yet? Arbitrum, let's freaking go. It has daily active users. Look at this shit, right? This is going to continue. This is going to freaking continue. Daily active users has gone from 40K to 65K just in the last 2 weeks. It did hit a peak in November of around 76K, but I think this is going to go up tremendously. Let's see how let's see, fees. Probably not making a lot of fees. Yeah, like 68,000. That was more than Cardano, wasn't it? Their fees are super cheap. Any other ones? Take a quick look at. Like, what's Polkadot? This ought to be a good laugh. Do they have Cosmos on here? I doubt it. No, that sucks. Or Cosmos, Atom maybe? No, Aptos. Like, what the hell's going on over at Aptos? They don't have daily active users, but is there a TVL? App trading volume? Polygon. How many daily active users? This is really good. 270,000 daily active users. Maybe I should stop being stupid and invest in Polygon. Radiant Capital. Holy shit! I did not know this. Look at this shit. Let's see. Fees. Making good fees. Daily active users have gone from 24,000. So they've gained about 10,000 users just in the last week. They did have a couple really high peaks. I don't know what was going on here. Like, these are more like anomalies, I would say. But look at this. We got a nice little steady rise going. Fees are going up. Let's freaking go. Active developers. Let's see. 950. This says 0 active developers. They probably just don't have any data. Radiant trading volume. Oh yeah, this shit has been picking up. And this shit just hit a couple exchanges this week. You know what happens when you want to use the Radiant protocol? You have to buy Radiant tokens if you want to provide LP. Just like when you want to provide LP over on Cardano, there's going to be a lot of buying pressure if that TVL does what it needs to do. So again, this is my YOLO play. I mean, it's already up. It's already up 300% since I started talking about it. So I can't in good conscience tell you that it's going to continue to do great things like that in the next couple weeks. I personally will be looking to buy more on pullbacks. What's it? 27 cents, man. If this thing dipped back down below 20 cents, I'd probably throw another nickel at it. And for you non-degenerate gamblers, that means $500. All right, everyone. I have gone way too long today. Time to get back to the salt mines. Probably won't stream tonight. You know, working on that health situation. I hope you all have a great day. Love you all.